There was a week last month where I was unstoppable, waking at 4:30 a.m., training early, a full productive day, videos also filmed, everything moving how it should move. Then one bad night of sleep, and I woke up the next morning and felt like a completely different person. I had the same goals, I had the same vision, the same life, zero motivation. And I used to think that was a character problem. Turns out it is a biology problem. I have a pattern. Maybe you recognize it too. I lock in hard for 1 or 2 weeks. Everything firing. Disciplines feels too easy. I feel like the version of myself I always wanted to be. Then while it's happening, something shifts. One night where I stay late, one day where I stay distracted, one moment where I choose the easy thing, and suddenly getting back to where I was feels like climbing a mountain which I have already climbed before. I used to think something was wrong with me. How did this happen? This is not me. The feeling I used to get was like consistency is not my game anymore. Then I learned what is exactly happening inside the brain when this thing happens. And from that moment, yes, everything changed. Most people think, and I used to think, dopamine is a pleasure chemical. The thing that makes you feel good. That is not what it really does. Andrew Huberman, he is a neuroscientist in Stanford. He explained this in a way that I have never been able to forget it again. Dopamine is your motivation chemical. It is what makes you want to move towards something. It is the fuel behind drive, desire, and the willingness to do the hard things. And here is the important part that nobody talks about. Your brain has two types of dopamine release. The first is your baseline. Think of it like your bank account balance. The steady level that is always running in the background. That is what determines how motivated you feel on a normal Tuesday when nothing exciting is happening. The second is the spike, the big rush, the thing you feel when something exciting happens, when you get a like, when you eat something good, when you win something, when the scroll shows you something interesting at midnight. Now, here is where it gets uncomfortable. Every time you get a spike, a big hit of dopamine, your baseline drops afterward to compensate. Think of it like a seesaw. For example, you push this side up hard, the other side it goes down. So the more spike you chase, phone, sugars, scrolling, stimulation, it keeps going up and lower the baseline falls. It crashes more and more. And when your baseline falls, Vanderbilt scientists found something wild. They scanned the brain of people who were motivated and who were not motivated. The motivated people had higher dopamine in the prefrontal cortex and striatum, and the unmotivated people they had dopamine, but it was sitting in the wrong place. The part of brain that process risk and emotion. It was not laziness, it was literally a different brain state. A Yukon researcher named John Salamon said it plainly. Low levels of dopamine makes people less likely to work for things. It has more to do with motivation and effort than pleasure itself. So when you wake up and you cannot get yourself to do what you need to do, what the things you should be doing, that's not because you are weak. Your dopamine account is overdrawn. You are in minus. You spend too much. Now you are in biological overdraft. And here is the part that broke my brain when I first understood it. Most people they wait to feel motivated before they act. And neuroscience they say it is the backwards. Actually, motivation does not come first. Action it comes first. Even a tiny action creates a dopamine signal that tells your brain effort leads to reward. And that signal makes the next step slightly easier, and which makes the next one easier. That's how it keeps on going. You do not wait for the feeling. You start, and the feeling it follows the momentum by itself. Your brain doesn't give you motivation and watch what you do with it. It gives you motivation as a reward for having started without it. So if you are watching this and you have been in that low period like me, where you know what you exactly should be doing and you cannot make yourself to do it, I want you to hear something. You are not lazy, weak, broken, or someone who is not built for this. Your dopamine baseline is low, and you are the one who lowered it, probably by chasing too many easy hits. The fix. What is the fix? The fix is not a motivational speech. The fix is simple. The fix is time. And the time is 24 to 48 hours of reset. What will you do? Scroll less stimulation, more boring, easier sleep, a little sunlight in the morning if you wake up. And my favorite, cold exposure literally increase your dopamine by 250%. Slowly and steadily, not that crashes you back down. That is why a cold shower at 6 am feels different than a coffee at 2 pm. And most importantly, start something small, like quick, not the whole mountain. One step up the mountain. Because your brain, yes, he is waiting for you to reward you something for your act, for starting, and it will not reward you for waiting to feel ready. It will only reward you when you do the task. It's that simple. I spent years thinking that motivation was a personality trait. Most people have, most people don't have. Something that you had or you did not had. It is not. It is just a chemical state and you are managing it every single day, you know it or not. Every time you choose to pick up your phone at 2 a.m., you are spending from your motivation account. Every time you train, even when you don't feel like it, you are depositing motivation this time into your motivation account. Every time you finish something, not immediately rewarding yourself with the stimulation, you are building the baseline, just like bank account. The motivation account, you are either building the account or you are draining the account, and there is no third option. Now go do the one thing you have been putting off today. Your brain will thank you before the day is done. For me, making this video was one of the things for today. Now I can sort this video, start editing it, upload it, and my brain will thank me. I'll see you in the next one.